Yo, yo. How to find my content. All you gotta do, all you need to know are two things. Just two. Two things. Right? Username and title. For example, Joeyarnoldvn / contact. Those are two things. Number one, my username. Number two, contact, because that is the name of the article or the web page. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you're looking for my stuff or something else, you can try this when you're looking for it via a search engine. That's right. If you're trying to find something through a search engine, through a web browser or an app, if you're using google.com or Bing or Yahoo or DuckDuckGo or Yandex or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or anything else. There's many different websites and apps and everything for looking for things. Search engines. You could try different search engines and you can try different keywords. Number one keyword would be the user name. So what you gotta do is get some paper and write it down in case something happens, because you never know. You need a backup and you need stuff on multiple hard drives and thumb drives and emails and maybe stuff on the internet too, on the cloud, on different websites, different places. But not only that, but also offline too. Both places. I say the philosophy therein is and should always be the more the better. That's right. The more the better. The more the freaking better. That's right. Simple, but a little bit hard to do sometimes for people. But I encourage you. I wrote an article called Find. So if I were to change the text here, I could give you advice on how to find it. Find that page, that article. It'd be the same thing, except instead of contact, you type in find to find that article, because the name of the article I wrote is called Find. So you type in Joeyarnoldvn, find. Joeyarnoldvn, find. Those are two things if you're looking for my stuff, and the same thing can be applied if you're doing it for somebody else, looking for somebody else's content, whether it's video, music, articles, pages, photos, posts, tweets, forums, threads, comments, memes, and everything else. Anything your heart desires, just follow that philosophy, follow that line of thinking. I wrote it down a little bit because I want people to know, just in case a link becomes broken. It can become broken if the website it's hosted on goes down, even for a short time. It can still be a problem, and you should be ready for that. Whether you're looking for content or trying to find content, all kinds of content, any kind of content, I don't care. But thing is you should know how to do it. Not a lot of people know enough. The more you know, the better. Generally speaking, especially in regards to this specifically. Okay, all right, specifically. Like that's what I'm trying to say. And I wrote an article about it because I'm trying to help people learn how to do it on their own. I don't want people to really rely on me too much, too severely, too aggressively. I want people to be problem solvers. I don't make a lot of how-to videos, at least not lately. I haven't posted a lot of how-to videos, or articles and everything, or memes, or maps, or diagrams, or flow charts, and everything else you can imagine, GIFs and everything. I've done some in the past, but not today, not in the past few days. Probably not really a lot in 2022, this year. Maybe none this year. Maybe a few, maybe not. But the point is, I need to get back to business. In regards to that, there's a lot of power in self-help and how-to stuff. And this is an example of how to do stuff yourself. And I will try to include links in my videos and articles and everything when I put stuff online on the internet, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Hive, Rumble, and everywhere else. Too many places, so many places. I'm not joking. I like to say it in a funny way because it's kind of funny, but it's serious too. But I like to say it in a way so that you can remember. And maybe you don't. Maybe I'm totally ineffective. I'm not totally ineffective for some people, but that's besides the point. But it's really cool. And I'm thinking about different ways of doing it. I've included some of this advice in my articles, on my posts, on my blog. I post my blogs on different websites, at least 4 or 5 different websites, blockchains, every day, my daily Oatmeal blogs. And in the description of all my videos on YouTube. So just scroll down and you can click on Find Me. I included a link and it takes you there. Also, there's a link to my contact page. So in case you want to know how to find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere else, you go there and you say to yourself, I don't need that. You're here. I'm looking at you right now. Yeah, right now. But in the future, you don't know what's gonna happen. Whether it's me or anybody, you gotta be thinking ahead. Very simple. And you gotta pass it on, because a lot of people don't know how to do it. Like, for example, if you know how to do it, that's great. Does the person next to you know? And the person next to that person? And so on and so forth. And how can you help? Can you make a video? Can you make a meme? Can you write an article and try to pass it on? Common sense, logic, and everything has been vaping away, evaporating, going away, slowly, and now, quickly, all of a sudden, and we try to bring it back, a lot of people, and that's good. And I encourage you to do everything you can to make it simple and to encourage people to be on their feet, because you never know when something may be down, either for a short time or a long time or forever. You never know, and you want to have the tools, the skills, the know-how to get around censorship and bans and everything. Whether you're looking for stuff or you're the one providing the content. So this advice goes both ways. Think about how you want to help people find your stuff. It's not just about you trying to find me and all the stuff that I got. All my stuff. And right now we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about my stuff right now. I want to, but I'm not going to do it. But the point is, you got to really think ahead. Think strategy, chess, checkers, board games, strategy, mind games, mind betting games. Think about, how am I going to find this? How am I going to find that? How am I going to find Joey Arnold? How am I going to find Memes World? How am I going to find this thing? How am I going to find that thing? How am I going to find this person? How am I going to find this other channel? How am I going to find this website? How am I going to find this Facebook? How am I going to find this YouTube? How am I going to find this Twitter? How am I going to find this Instagram? How am I going to find this TikTok? How am I going to find this Snapchat? And so on and so forth. You get the point. You get the drift. You get the snizzle. You get the kaboo-boo. You get the oatmeal down the drain into your mouth. Ooh, you're loving it. You're loving it live. You're loving it good. You're loving it so good. This brand. You get the drizzle. I can go on and on and on and talk for 2 hours straight, 10 hours, 20 hours, who knows, until my mouth falls off, till my head falls over. I'm telling you, like a clover, it's hot oatmeal coming to you, very hot, and I'm telling you, this is common sense. And this is just the beginning of a lot of things I want to say about everything. But this is minimum information that I've included. I've included this because I think it's very simple. And there's a link to my Find Me page below. But also you can find it on my contact page, my Contact Me page. You can go there and then find links to my other pages, my other articles. I got so many articles, so many videos, thousands of videos, thousands of articles, thousands of photos, thousands of memes. And the people that you love, the people that you follow, have a lot of stuff too. And it can be really hard to find it, whatever it is, to find everything, whether it's my stuff or not, whether it's my stuff or your stuff or other people's stuff and things. You want to find it, you want to save it, you want to back it up, you want to download it, you want to upload it, you want to re-upload it, you want to mirror it. Some of these words are terms. That's right, terms. That means terminology. That means definitions and meaning. And it's important to understand what that means, what these words mean. They're not jokes. Not everything I say is a joke. I'm a technical nerd, geek, computer person, whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of stuff, and for the stuff that I don't know, I know how to figure it out, and I know how to ask people and look it up online to find almost anything, a lot of things. As a web designer, as a person who was building a competitor to Facebook 12 years ago, Mia Omnia, my everything, MiaOmnia.com. I was working on the railroad, like a weird, small, what, can you say that? I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't know if you can say that word. I really don't know what the rules are. I'm working like a dwarf with the other 7 dwarfs and Snow White. It was so white. Oh my god. You can't say trash and wait together on Facebook. I got banned. There's a lot of things that can really get you down. So when the going gets tough, you gotta be ready. You gotta tell your fans where to go when you're down, when you get banned again and again and again on social media. So be ready and include your links in the description below your videos and on your articles and everything else that you do, everything else that you have. Be ready. Have your own website. Have backups. Do it now while you still can, because they always like to censor people right before the elections, the midterms, which is coming this fall and again in 2024. Now, a lot of things can be different in a few months, good or bad. But based on the pattern, it's gonna be even worse than 2016, even worse than 2018. Actually, it wasn't that bad in 2016, but it got really bad. The censorship, all the people they were banning off of social media on 2018. That was 4 years ago. It was really bad. And then 2020, another purge. It was pretty bad too. So you gotta be ready for 2022. That's this year online. Okay? And in 2 years, in 2024, be ready. If you're a fan, and if you're a content creator, or even if you're a little bit of both, be ready and help people know how to find stuff. Whether it's my stuff, your stuff, other people's stuff, it doesn't matter. The logic therein, it's important to boil down. You gotta boil down the logic of how to find stuff, because it is a skill. How to find things online is a big fat skill. I've been learning it for over 20 years online. I've been using the internet since the 1990s. That's right. Back when Bill Clinton was the president of the United States of America. That's right. The USA. Back in the 90s, before Y2K, before George Bush Jr. was president. I was using the internet these past 20 years. I've been doing stuff, a lot of stuff, and I've been there and I've done that, and I say that to say I wasn't born yesterday. I've been learning, and I say that to say I know what I'm talking about. I'm not an expert, but I've been doing a lot of stuff for a very long time. But don't take my word for it. It's in a book. It's in a freaking book. A reading rainbow. That's brown. Freaking rainbow. Freaking LeVar Burton. Freaking, what's that sound? Freaking, Star Trek Picard. Freaking CBS, Paramount. Take down my videos. That's right, they take it down. They take down all kinds of videos. If you say this thing or that thing, even if it's totally okay. We were talking about that today on Nerd Erotic on Friday Night Tights. And a lot of people talk about it. Tim Pool talks about it on timcast.com. Steven Crowder talks about it on his show, Louder with Crowder. I don't know if Bill Maher talks about it. Whether you're on the right or the left or on nothing at all. Politically, culturally. It doesn't matter. What matters is freedom of speech is pretty important. The ability to say what you want to say on your own property, so to speak. If you have land, if you have a place, physically speaking at least, if you have land that you own, ownership rights, one-on-one, natural rights and laws, it's like you should have freedom to do what you want, as long as you're not hurting other people. Period. And if you are, you should probably go to court, have a trial, and have some judges, have some jurors, have some lawyers, have some attorneys. You gotta battle it out. You gotta have a trial. When there is a conflict, when there is a dispute, if there actually was a crime, if there is enough evidence and everything else, perhaps. But outside of that, you should have the freedom to do what you want on your own land and in your own house, assuming it's yours. Assuming. Okay? And that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. Like, what does that mean? Like, do you really, 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 really own it totally? Or are you only renting it? Or what have you? But hypothetically speaking, if you own it, it's yours. And then with the internet, do you own your spot? And can you do whatever you want on your website or your Facebook, your YouTube, your Twitter, your social media, and everything else? Is it yours? It's not a physical thing like your house, your land. Do you own it? And can you say whatever you want? And that goes into a big, long debate regarding a lot of different things. But if you go on Facebook and Facebook says you can say whatever you want, and you say whatever you want, and then they take you down, they suck. And they broke their promise. If they said that and they took you down, they broke their promise. They broke their contract. I'm not saying they did that. Not necessarily. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know, because it's a long story. But I only use that as an example. But it's like, that's the thing. And you're on the internet trying to do your thing, right or wrong. Whether you can or cannot do it, whatever that you do, I don't know. But you're doing it. You've done it. And sometimes they say, you can do it. Not saying that you can do it, but they say you can. Whether it's like Facebook or other websites and social media, the big tech ghetto platforms online, they sometimes say stuff. And when they say stuff, they make you think you can do it, right or wrong. And then people got into the habit of like feeling comfortable for many, many years. And then they started rolling in censorship and started back walking. How do you say? Taking a step back and saying, they started saying, just kidding. Yeah, remember what Mark Zuckerberg said in the early 2000s? Just kidding. We said Facebook is a platform for all ideas. Just kidding. Just kidding. But nonetheless, we battle it out. All of that. Is Facebook a platform? Is it a publisher? What the hell is it? What are the rules? Where's that line between what is acceptable and what is not? Who decides? Not a epic rap battle of history. What is the limit? What is the line? And everything else. But nonetheless, as we battle it out, you should be ready and prepared for the worst. And that includes knowing how to find stuff. And that includes helping other people find stuff. Because a lot of people do not know how to find stuff. That's why I'm making this video, because I know that. Even though I would rather just close my eyes and imagine that people know what I know. But they don't. Some people do. But I forget how many people don't. Because I grew up with a lot of this. and I started evolving, and I kind of take a lot of it for granted. My thinking, how I go about it, how I figure things out on my own. As a guru, as a free thinker, as a jack of all trades, a master of none, or a master of one. I don't know exactly who I am, what I am. Not totally, not all the time, not completely, but I do know that I do figure things out. And this is one thing I figured out right now, is that I gotta say this. Now this video is probably too long. Seriously. So maybe I should just re-upload this video. Make a 2-minute version of this video. Maybe a 5-second version of this video. But I just wanted to quickly mention a few things that relate to this. To this. To the title of this video. To the topic of this video. Just wanted to say a few intersecting thoughts and ideas. And that's it. And then I rambled on. Because it's important to mention a few things. A few of my favorite things on Mary Poppins. And I'm here to say, why isn't Mary Poppins here with me? I got Darth Vader and Mario and Angelina Jolie. All these hot people. No Mary Poppins. Okay, I gotta go find her. So many things I gotta find. And you gotta go find things too. This is how you can find my articles and videos. When I'm taken off of YouTube again. When I'm taken off Facebook again. When I'm taken off Twitter again. When I'm taking off Instagram again. You be ready. And you can just type it away. My name. And the name of the article. Or the name of the page. The name of the video. The name of the whatever that it is. A photo. A meme. A gif. I don't know. Whatever else that there might be. Or will be. Or was. Or is. Or will be. Actually, or hypothetically, I don't know. But you gotta think creatively with my username or other usernames too. Because I may have other usernames too. Actually, I do. But this is my most popular username. So this is my name. My name as in my username. So, you just need those two things when you're trying to find my stuff. When you click on a link and it doesn't work, then you gotta go look for it. It may be somewhere else. Maybe the name of the website is different, or the website crashed and now it's on another website. And so you gotta type it in and look for it. Or change the domain. For example, if it's on hive.blog and it's down, you can change it to sc.com or hived.com or steamit.com. That's all in the web link, the URL. And it's simple if you know how to do it. Or you use Google it and try to find a new link for something that you're looking for. A video, an article, or anything else. Whether it's my stuff or somebody else's. I don't care. Just use this logic. Take it, steal my stuff. Make your own video talking about this. And you don't have to give me the credit. You can write an article and talk about this. Or a post. A tweet. Facebook, Twitter, anywhere. You can talk about this. Talk about everything that I'm talking about. And you don't even have to say, I told you this. What's important is that you take this information and run with it because it's important. That's it. I don't care about credit. and I wrote a page about that. I wrote an article about that named Copyright. So you can find that too. With the same advice below. Joeyarnoldvn/copyright. Google it and you can probably find it. Or DuckDuckGo, Bing, Yahoo. You know that website? Yahoo.com. That's right. Bing.com. Google.com. These are search engines. Try different search engines. Don't just try one. Try the other one, or the other one, or another one. There are so many search engines. Not just Google. That's only one. Not just Bing. That's only one. And the Brave browser has one too. Ian was talking about that on Tim Pool. He talks about that sometimes. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? This is your homework. Let me know how it went. Did you try this out? This is just an example. Below. Here is an example, but you can do it with anything. A name of a person, a username, a display name, like your favorite musician, Michael Jackson, except he doesn't do it, so it's not gonna work. It only works for people who does this kind of thing. If they have like articles and stuff, you gotta try different things, different combinations of keywords when you're trying to Google something. When you're trying to Google something, you gotta get very lucky. Try different things. It's a skill, and once you figure it out, pass it on, because other people don't know. They don't know. You think they know, but they don't. So you gotta pass it on social media, and especially on forums. Those forums. A lot of times when I'm trying to figure something out, I Google it, and it takes me to a forum. So to all you forum people out there, thank you very, 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 very much, because you've helped me so much for so many things. You've helped me so much. You blow my mind away. I'm not gonna say anybody's name. I'm not gonna say you rock my socks off. But you do.